also following other breaking news this hour. The U.S. believes Israel could immediately launch a more limited ground incursion than had been previously planned. This comes after airstrikes slammed into the heart of Lebanon's capital, Beirut, overnight. Let's dig deeper into this. Joining me now is Democratic Congressman Brad Sherman of California. He's a senior member of the Foreign Services Committee. And Congressman, please forgive me if I've got to break away to the president, but that may happen. Your reaction to some of the news that we're hearing this morning that Israel could launch a limited ground incursion into Lebanon here in the coming days?
Over 70,000 Israelis have been displaced from their home, and for almost a year, because Hezbollah launched a missile war of aggression, and they continue it. UN resolutions, and usually the UN doesn't take a pro-Israel position on anything, but UN resolutions require Hezbollah not to have military forces south of Litani River. So they're required to withdraw 6 miles to the north. They've refused to do so. They refuse to stop shelling and rocketing northern Israel. And while Israel can accomplish a lot from the air, it appears necessary to go in on the ground. Otherwise, Israelis will not be able to return to their homes by the tens of thousands.
And Congressman, are you concerned about Israel's ability to wage a war on two different fronts, both in Gaza against Hamas and in Lebanon?
I'm concerned because war is such a terrible thing, and we will see casualties on both sides. But I think the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, are large enough to be able to handle all the different threats, including the one posed by Hezbollah in the north.
And the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says killing Hezbollah's leader was a step toward changing the balance of power in the Middle East for years. Do you agree with that? What's your assessment of that?
I think Hezbollah is in disarray, and it's good if you have to take military action, and Hezbollah has kind of forced that, to have your enemy in disarray. Whether they will ever regain the political support in Lebanon, whether they'll have the cohesiveness inside the organization that they enjoyed under Nasrallah for the last 30 years, I don't know, but it's quite possible that with his death, Hezbollah will become a shadow of itself over the next few years. We can only hope.
And President Biden says he will soon speak with the Israeli Prime Minister in the hopes of de-escalating this conflict. As you know, some prominent lawmakers have been saying de-escalation would be a mistake. Obviously, you're hearing others who are saying escalation would be a mistake. But let's listen to one of your colleagues talk about it on the other side.
Now is not the time for a ceasefire or to de-escalate as Joe Biden and Kamala Harris want. Hezbollah is on its knees. The United States should help Israel drive Hezbollah to the mat and choke it out and finish it off once and for all.
Is that something you agree with, Congressman?
I don't think that Hezbollah can be completely expunged, but as long as Hezbollah continues to rocket northern Israel, as long as they refuse to withdraw north of the Litani River, I don't think Israel can go much longer without taking greater action. So I'm not a real fan of escalation, but it's hard to see that there's any other way to go.
All right, Democratic Congressman Brad Sherman, thanks very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Good to be with you.